Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video. And this one, we got something special, man. We got something special for real. So, David has done it again, and hopefully he was supposed to tell us this because, like, David said himself that every time he gets on, he always gets in trouble every time he gets on these things because he says stuff that he's not supposed to say. Obviously, they have a whole team and stuff behind announcements and things like that, so they don't like to give away too much. But yeah, David, he been spilling the tea ever since we joined the community. So yeah, that being said, David has confirmed Marvel Gaming. Like, David has confirmed something big that Marvel didn't want to announce. He said that Marvel, in their official article, they even worded something in a certain way, so it left it open to interpretation because they didn't like they couldn't announce it, but they didn't want to like exclude it at the same time. So it's interesting. Then he also goes down a 6 month plan. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Let's hear what David has to say, man, because you all are going to love this. This is the David always gives that high quality info, and Reese speaks a little bit on it as well. So let's jump into it. Be sure to drop that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, by the way.
Do you think we'll ever release like a VV Kids or something like that, David? Is that sort of in the works at some point, or? We have been, a lot of people have talked about, maybe we should bring out a kids version. I mean, and a lot of the toy company that we have talked to, and we'll be announcing some new partnership coming up as well, that will be catered to that. There is something coming. You do have to wait for maybe 7 more days um, for a new announcement. There is something for the kids, and you're gonna love it. If you have girls in the family, this is something gonna be crazy big. Um,
So what's being speculated about this one? He said if you have girls in the family, it's going to be big. So what's speculated about this one right now is Mattel. The Mattel partnership came out with the Marvel partnership, and Mattel obviously owns Barbie. So people are speculating that this could be a Barbie reveal. So it would be interesting if that's the case.
Very exciting. I'm under strict NDA. I can't say it, and it's not even a brand that we already announced or a public knowledge. It's been very tight-lipped. I don't even think Dan knows about it. So, and
Okay.
we'll be announcing that very soon. And that is very kids-driven brand, but very big.
He said it's very big and it's a kids brand. So my guess is Barbie, since that was just teased in that little Marvel thing, or it's Hello Kitty. Those are gonna be my guesses. For girls, maybe My Little Pony. I mean that those pretty much all the girl brands that I know. Barbie, My Little Pony, and Hello Kitty. So I'm assuming it's one of them.
And I have
Perfect.
one more question, Reese. Since we have David here, David, can we kind of get a roadmap for the next 6 months, like up to Christmas, and then what we're looking at, here going in the next year from Viva.
Yeah, thanks. So that's a good question. I mean, myself and Dan every day we talk about what's on the roadmap for the next 6 months. I do need to tell you we are in season 2, so obviously, um, by December we hopefully will be in start of season 3 of all our collectibles. We're going to be really leveling up, and you will see a lot of the collectible have gamification inside or interaction. Um, the Marvel announcement you guys probably have read is all about comics as well as statues and collectible and more. So the word and more is going to be pretty amazing. Like you guys haven't seen that. Even Marvel don't want to announce it yet because it's and more is that the word they use is, you know, is telling you something that hey, it's not just comic, it's not just the toy statues, it's much more is coming out, and that will come from towards mid to end of this. Well, we're already in the middle of the year. It will be more towards end of the year.
And they already said that's when the VVverse is coming out. They already said that that's when we're gonna have gamification. So if it's coming later in the year, I'm assuming that it's gonna have something to do with a Marvel game. That's what I'm assuming, and more was because they already said comic books. They're gonna have the statues and stuff, and then they said and more. So I mean, it can't really be too much outside of just like games and things like that. So I'm assuming that this is going to be games. But let me know your guesses down below in the comment section if you think that it's going to be something different.
But like I say, it's more interactions, a lot more gamification, things like that.
And
Oh,
one more quick question. You know,
yeah.
sorry, Mike.
No,
You know,
you're
I got the floor, but you know, we have a lot of, you know, we're big fans, David. As you can see, my Ultraman, me standing with my Ultraman in my picture there. You know, been involved, and you know, a lot of us are also Omi holders. And I know you don't want to go into the coin too much. Just you know, just kind of, you know, say something to, you know, make us, you know, what's the plan, and maybe not a plan, but just something to us, you know, to let us know, you know, everything is still, you know, beautiful and all.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think so if you're talking about the token side of thing, we are in the final process of integrating the Omi to purchase NFT directly. We are implementing, you know, gem cashing out. Users basically can cash out excess gems. As you probably know, a lot of these things require regulatory approval of how we do it, you know, doing KYC, you know, AML. So we'll be following all that. So in regards to the utility side of it, there's a lot more coming out. And I think many times in our article, we talk about utility, staking, you know, for the Omi fans, you know, what will you get? It will be part of all that collectors program that we'll be bringing out. I mean, there's nothing we have. The market doesn't know already. We have limited resource. We have spent about a good 5 to 6 months try to implement and scale the app, and that really taken a huge chunk of our, you know, our resource and time getting all that fixed up. And now we're in the process of bringing in the gem cashing out process, the NFT purchase with Omi. And, you know, I think it's very likely we will be opening, you can purchase and trade your collectibles with Omi as well.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
there's
Thank
so
you.
much coming there. Just
Thank
to
you so.
recap a couple of things on the Omi front as well, in case people sort of haven't been tuned into the ecosystem or missed a few details. So we obviously have the
basically what he's trying to say is for people who don't subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, you should probably do that because everything that you're asking them, it's been addressed. I've covered it on the channel here. I always do. So just saying, I mean, the subscribe button is there. It's nice, it's a beautiful button to press. And make sure y'all go ahead and do that. Turn on the notifications. I mean, even though I upload 30 videos a day, YouTube only sends out 3, so it's fine. It's fine. You'll be fine. It's okay.
migration to immutable that is in development now, which you know, best case scenario, we're looking at, you know, probably 4 to 6 weeks for that to start, you know, to actually make the transition. You know, the token buybacks have just begun. So I think we've seen 2 buybacks already in the last 2 weeks or something like that. So that will continue on a bit of a rolling basis as well. As most people know, I mean, we've had some issues with GoChain and exchanges, but as of right now, we're still on the same exchanges we've been on for a few months. So they're absolutely still in the works. I did receive some good news about that a few days ago, but you know, I'm not going to commit to any sort of dates or anything on that front just yet. But obviously, just to let people know that, of course, that's still in the works, and we have said more than once that, you know, the goal is to really be on 5 or 6 major exchanges by the end of this year. So that's all coming as well. And then as soon as we put that utility into the app with the Omi token, and this will all kind of happen post Comic-Con, where presumably our user base will continue to expand. We have a ready market to be able to put the token in front of. So all of that integration into the app is hugely beneficial for the token. And the plan is that with the MTL integration, that at some point we will also be able to offer or facilitate the purchase of that token through the app. So if you're
basically, if you don't understand why this is big, it's like that's 340,000 people right now. By the time they actually integrate these things, it could be like 500,000 people because it's going to be after Comic-Con. So after Comic-Con, we could jump up to 500,000 people, maybe somewhere closer to 1 million. You never know. You don't know what Comic-Con can actually do for us. That being said, all those people, as soon as you unlock the ability to buy things in Omi, now you go from just having a bunch of crypto investors to 340,000 crypto investors to we could probably get another 340,000 people, all non-crypto people at all, and just regular people holding Omi tokens. And that's why that's at that point is when we stop seeing the manipulation to where, well, not manipulation, but the token following very closely to Bitcoin. Because when you have a community full of traders holding the token, then yeah, it's going to follow Bitcoin. When you have the token actually has a use case, it's used for an app that everyone has to get this to purchase the things that they want to purchase. Regular people will be holding this token, and this will be increasing the value of it, of course. So, yeah, man, this is going to be insane. I think that this is going to be a very, very big step for Veve, a very big move. And a lot of people might be sleeping on just how huge this is going to be. This is why Veve is not going to be impacted by the bear market, because literally, in order to buy certain drops during a bear market, all they have to do is mainly drop drops that require you to use Omi, and a lot of the fans will convert over to using Omi, especially if they find some way to make purchasing Omi easier and noob friendly, to where it introduces people into crypto, but not in a, well, actually get on some different exchanges, like referring to Coinbase and something like that. It would be very easy, because that's not as hard of a platform to use as like a Bitforex or something. So get listed on the right exchanges. Robinhood is 100% noob proof. So you get listed on Robinhood, man. So lots of potential here, and this is what's going to be separating the Omi token in the future.
For a non-crypto or a non-Omi holder, and you see a reso listed in the market in Omi tokens, but you still want to buy it, you'll be able to do that through the MTL with just using your credit card, as an in-app purchase, but that will, facilitate the purchase of tokens to facilitate your purchase of that collectible. So, as the app continues to develop and the ecosystem continues to develop, so too does the use of the Omi token.
So that's interesting. He's basically saying, like, they won't even have to do something like go to Coinbase. He's saying that at some point you may be able to, like, use a credit card, just input your credit card, buy something using your credit card directly, and in the background they buy the Omi tokens and all the whole little process, like, and then you get what you're buying. But the user is just using a credit card, but really they're not paying with the credit card money. They're buying Omi. They're using that Omi to buy whatever they're trying to buy. And yeah, like, so if they can set something up like this where it facilitates all that in the background, and anybody using credit card transactions and things like that is automatically buying using Omi, that would be insane. That would be very huge for the token.
And it always has been such an integral part of this app and the experience, and will continue to be. So hopefully that brings people up to speed on that front too.
Yeah, so I don't think people knew how big of a part Omi plays here, because people are stuck in the right now and they can't look towards the future. So they don't realize, okay, they're like, oh, you don't have real NFTs. Obviously, we're not on other blockchain. They have already explained that it's going to take some time to get to a different blockchain to where they can actually make these real NFTs. It's going to take time to do all of these things. And if you don't do it right now, people say you're not going to do it. So that's how a lot of people are thinking, when in reality, they've been saying from the beginning how this is going to go. They're going to focus on the things that make sense at the time where that makes sense. And then we're moving up to the point where they're going to start implementing this token heavily. And that only makes sense in the future. It doesn't make sense at the beginning. It makes sense after you have a working product. What good is a token and a bunch of utility if the product sucks and no one's going to use the product to burn the token? So they made sure the product was good and going to be used, and now they're going to focus on the token. So this is great. A lot of great information here, man. Let me know what you all think. I don't know if they said anything else. Let me see.
Thanks, Reese. I was just talking to Af on the side.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. So yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. This is huge news. Very, very big. Let me know y'all thoughts. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out, yo.